struggling a bit. So Diane is saying, yes, you want to get to that new normal. You want to feel good again. You want to feel like yourself, or you want to feel better than you've ever felt before. And Tanika is saying things have not been the same. And no, they have not. And some of that is for the better, and some of it's not so for the better. So here we go. The presenter, yours truly, has nothing to disclose, and the presented content does not provide or constitute medical, financial, or legal advice. The content is for information purposes only. Viewing or listening to the content does not constitute a physician patient relationship. So we got to put that in there so we are able to be straight and honor what it is that we need to honor. So here are some learning objectives. So Antonika is already in it. I love you, Antonika. Leaning towards for the better. Yes, please. This masterclass, Antonika, and the wonderful group that's gathered here this evening, it's all about you. We will learn about America's self-care crisis. Self-care crisis. We will learn how to literally put ourselves in the present moment. We will learn Dr. Carol's 7 steps to pivot in the present, because it is about now. It is about mindfulness. It is about, and let me just say, I hope you all are ready to be interactive tonight. I hope you have a pen. I hope you have a journal where you could take some notes. And I hope that you are ready to be interactive. This is not a sit back and kind of passively let it go on in the background. This is an opportunity to really be interactive. So listen, there's a bonus for those who stay to the end of this masterclass. When I say good night and thank you, if you are still logged on, you're going to receive complimentary chapters from Dr. Carol's my best-selling book, and learn how meditation reduces inflammation. Anybody interested in learning that? There's my book, Meditation in a Time of Madness, a guidebook for talented teens, tweens, their parents, and guardians who need to thrive. And I'd love to share the chapters on meditation from my book with you. So hang in there till the end. And if you're on there till the end, you'll automatically receive those chapters as a bonus. And my thank you to you for spending and investing your precious time with me this evening. Does that sound good to anybody out there? Let me know. Drop that in the chat if that sounds good to you. Thank you, Antonika. Yes, Marianne. Barbara says yes. All right. Chris says yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, look, here's my story. I always like to share my story, and I hope you don't mind if I tell you a little bit how I got to be Dr. Carol Penn. Because I wasn't always Dr. Carol Penn. Medicine is a second career for me. So, where I am now, Dr. Carol Penn, doubly board certified, actually triply board certified in family medicine, obesity medicine, and in osteopathic manipulative medicine. I'm also your master movement, meditation, and mindset coach, and a two-time best-selling author. And I wasn't always that way. For you see, I'm coming from another career, and I know there's somebody out there who's got a dream on their heart. There's somebody who is in this masterclass tonight that wants to change. That wants to change lanes, that wants to be in a different part of the river, that has an idea about a business that they want to create, that has an idea about uh, going back to school, that has an idea about changing careers. For you see, I was a dancer, choreographer, and a performer for 20 years. I performed and trained with the world renowned Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. And I had a fabulous career as a performer, choreographer, a dancer. I got to travel across these great United States and internationally. I specialized in working with children and adults with disabilities in the performing arts. And that took me all across the United States and across the world. My career in dance couldn't be better. But yet there was a seed that had been planted in my heart from early childhood that said I would like to be a doctor. And I got to the place where, well, girl, if you're going to do this thing, if you're going to become Dr. Carol Penn, it's really now or never. You haven't done a math class in 22 years. Is this brain even working that way? And then, of course, there were the naysayers. How many of you have naysayers in your life telling you you're too old, you're too this, you're too that, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're not enough this, you're too much that? And you listen and they push you back and you pause. Well, I'm here to tell you, take your foot off of the brake and allow yourself to ease right on into, Barbara says, yup, allow yourself to ease right on into momentum. Because if I had listened to the naysayers, well, I was okay, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're this, you're that, you're going to be too old. And I said, well, if I have breath in my body, I hope to be an old lady one day. And why not be an old lady who went for her dreams? Now, at the time, I had no idea whether or not I would get into medical school. You did hear me say it had been 22 years, and by now I'm in my late 40s. A lot of people are thinking about sitting down, pulling back. And they are, oh, that ship has sailed. But no, this kept persisting. And I can tell you, the God of my understanding does not put a desire in your heart without also placing the solution in your hands, in your control. And I said, you need to stop listening to those folks who didn't go for their dreams, who didn't believe in themselves enough to at least even try. So that you can at least look yourself in the mirror and say, well, you know what, girl, you did everything you could do in your power to see if you could make this dream come true. And the rest is out of your hands. You have to let go of the outcome. So once I got that conversation going in my head, I decided, do I want to demonstrate to my children that I am a daughter of doubt, or do I want to show them the daughter of determination? Mom might get defeated, but mom did not give up on herself. She did not let herself down. So I decided to take my shot, take my best shot. And lo and behold, I get to be before you tonight. And there's nothing more delightful for me than to be having this master class with you tonight to encourage you to say it can be done. It can be done. And that brings us to our topic tonight of self care. We're going to be talking about what it really means to live and give from your overflow so that you can walk in your purpose and do all that it is that you have been planted here to grow and do. And more importantly, to be. All right, so let's go. So, look, these are all my current clients. I mean, this journey of becoming Dr. Carol Penn, this journey that brings me in front of you tonight, I'm here because I did cultivate myself. I did allow others to pour into me. And most important, I was obedient to the God of my understanding who planted the seed of desire in my heart in the first place, telling me, you can do this. This is your purpose in life. And what I need you to do is walk in your purpose. What I need you to do is to allow me to order your footsteps so that you can do and be all that you need to do and be in this lifetime. Anybody out there feeling me tonight, hearing me tonight, because this is what this masterclass is bringing to you. All right, so here's our team, myself, and our moderator this evening, Mr. DM Jones, who also happens to be my husband. And that's a whole nother story because part of my story is a very difficult divorce that I experienced on my way between here and there, getting the rug pulled out from under me in relationship. And I don't know if any of you out there watching tonight has had that experience of having the rug pulled out from under you, a sense of betrayal when all is lost, to the point where I said, I would never marry again. Yes, how many of us have said that out there? I'll never marry again, whether you're a daughter of determination or a son of determination. Well, this man had another idea. And I have to say, the God of my understanding had another idea in terms of ordering my steps and bringing me the people that needed to be in my life, not who I thought needed to be in life, but who the God of my understanding thought needed to be in my life, and focusing and cultivating the relationship with that one love, that universal presence and power. So, very important because faith is a big part of my self care and my walk in life. And a big part of my secret sauce that allows me to be here. So, listen, y'all, I want you to eliminate distractions for the next 30, 40 minutes. This is your time. And it might be the first time all year because I know I can feel so many of you are givers, right? Everybody else is on your to do list except you. And at the end of tonight's masterclass, I hope if nothing else, you have put you on your to do list. Can we agree to that? That you're going to be on your to do list by the time we finish here this evening? All right. Let me see in the chat who's going to be on their own to do list, who's going to carve out and make some self care time to give to yourself. And I'm not talking about getting your nails done and your hair done. That's self maintenance. And that's a difference between self care and self maintenance. Yes, Antonika, I am. Diane, yes. Chris, yes. Myrta, amen. Amen. I am claiming it on your behalf. And let me tell you, all of you that are gathered and watching, the more you participate, the more you are going to manifest. That's just how it works. So if you spend in this time, get busy, get in action, get that pen, get that notepad, get that piece of paper, and let's go. Let's get this. Let's get this. So, look, framing the problem. What is the problem? We have America's self care crisis. The wake of the pandemic has left us with rising rates of anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation, burnout, and moral injury. Any of you seeing yourself in this list? We are overloaded with fear, doubt, anxiety, guilt, and self neglect. Any of you seeing yourself in that list? If you are attending this master class, I know that you are here for more. And there's the reminder, stay until the end so you can receive your free complimentary chapters of the best-selling book, Meditation in a Time of Madness. I hope that you, and Chris is saying yes, she does see herself in this list. And Marianne saying, same here. So I know, Chris, you're here for more. I know, Marianne, you are here for more. Let's go. Let's get this. Discovering more joy, and this is what I want for all of us, is this more joy. Discovering more joy does not save us from the inevitability of hardship and heartbreak. In fact, we may cry more easily, but we will laugh more easily too. Perhaps we are just more alive. As we discover more joy, we can face suffering in a way that enables rather than embitters. We have hardships without becoming hard. We have heartbreaks without being broken. And this is from the Book of Joy, written by the marvelous late Reverend Dr. Desmond Tutu and the 14th Dalai Lama. So drop in the chat, why did you come tonight? What are you hoping to get out of this master class by 8 o'clock tonight? Why are you here? Go ahead. I'm going to give people 30 seconds to write in the chat why they're here or what they would like to get out of this master class tonight? Mm. So the moderator is saying joy can be a depression reducer or an eliminator. Gina's saying peace. Antonika, ways to make myself a priority. Diane, to be. Chris, inspiration. Marianne, self-care strategies. All right. We're going to do some of all of that. And if all anybody else, again, the more you put in, the more you're going to manifest. So if you're a little shy, you haven't at least even put your name in the chat, go ahead, drop a word in there, drop your name in the chat. These are the steps to manifestation. You know what they say about the lottery? You got to be in it to win it. Manifestation, you got to be in it to win it. Carolina, self care is important. So after you can help others. Absolutely. There is a truth in that, right? So you can live and give from your overflow. But if your cup is always empty, how are you going to take care of the people that you want to take care of? The people that you love, you can't. And if you do, you find yourself in that place of exhaustion and resentment. How many of you have found yourself there? All right, let's keep going. And this is a beautiful quote. Go ahead and screenshot this. I want you to feel this in your heart. Discovering more joy does not save us from the inevitability of hardship and heartbreak. I want you to understand that true joy lives inside of us in a place that is untouchable by the hardship and the heartbreak. And that takes practice and self care to get to that place of the peace that surpasses understanding or our intellectual capabilities. Remember, it is as important to learn what not to do as it is to learn what to do. Life in your family and friends will teach you both. So, who are the people that you keep around you? So there's someone who said they're looking for peace. Well, are you keeping company with peacekeepers, with peaceful people? Chris, you're looking for inspiration. Are you keeping company with people who inspire you? With inspirational people. So these desires that you're sharing, this is what you want to begin to bring around you. Marianne, are you keeping company with people who demonstrate self care and self love, who are able to live and give from their overflow? All right. So, this is an important mirroring that I want you to, number one, start to cultivate in your life. All right. All right? You feeling me on this one? All original people knew that our most powerful medicines were made in our own bodies and minds, and that medicines that we created from plants, herbs, and minerals only work because they were similarly structured to something we already had inside of our own bodies and minds. Oh, Jackie's looking for self love. Well, are you surrounding yourself? And if you're not, I want you to begin to surround yourself with people who truly love and honor themselves. And how many of you know that food is our medicine? So we want to cultivate this relationship with the plants, the herbs, and the minerals to nourish ourselves in mind, body, and spirit. We want to eat a more plant friendly or plant forward diet. All right, this is so important. What we drink and what we eat is an important part of self love. So, is love showing up in the way you prepare your food, in the way you eat your food, and the way you share your food with others? Are you thinking what's good for me, what's good for the person, and what's good for the planet? These are all keys. These are some of the nuggets tonight. Take notes on these things, screenshot these things. All right, remember your kids will walk in their purpose when you walk in yours. Teach, don't preach, and be the change you want to see in the world. All right, and remember, stay until the end to receive your complimentary chapters from my best selling book and learn how meditation reduces your stress and inflammation. How many people out there right now have a regular meditation practice in your life? Drop it in the chat if you have a regular meditation practice, which could include a regular prayer life, because prayer can be a part of meditation and vice versa. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. That is so important. That is so important. And I'm going to give people 10 more seconds to drop that nugget in the chat. And then we're going to do just what I call not yet, I do pray. Beautiful. Yes. Until yes, every morning I take mindful minutes. Beautiful. And we're going to take a mindful minute right here as a little experiment. So, those of you that already do so, I invite you to experiment with the beginner's mind. And those of you that this is brand new, well, hey, tonight is your most wonderful night because you're going to do that with us. And yes, prayer every day. That's beautiful, Marianne. Absolutely beautiful. So let's do this little 1 minute experiment. Are you ready? Yeah, so Carolina, I pray and meditate both, and they are so very helpful. So I'm going to invite us now to go ahead, allow your feet to rest on the floor, and maybe place one hand on the heart and one hand on the lower belly. Take a nice, deep, cleansing breath in through the nose. And if you'd like, let it out through the nose. Take a second deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Let this out through the mouth and notice in this moment which breath feels better to me or to you right now. In and out through the nose or in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now, as we breathe, I want you to let your out breath be longer than your in breath. So I'm going to add a count. Here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and letting go of any last little stressors or feeling of rush in this evening. Now, for those of you that did that little experiment, what did you notice and how are you feeling now? With just those few relaxing breaths. Go ahead and drop that in the chat. Ah, out through the mouth with a loud noise. Yes, peaceful, calm, and present. Yes, letting it go. A sense of warmth. Wow, feeling good. With each exhale out of the mouth, I was more relaxed. So, and that's just 4 or 5 breaths. Imagine if you were around positive, like minded people and you did this on a regular. Imagine if you kind of had your group, your posse. Imagine if all of us got together once a month and shared in just this way: blood pressure lowering, sugar, blood glucose lowering, feeling relaxed, feeling like more is possible, more hopeful, more optimistic. What would that change and what would then be more possible and available to you in your life if you had more of this feeling? What would be more available to you in right now in your life if you had more of this kind of feeling? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Because this is about transformation. This is your pivot in the present. If you had more of this, What else might you have more of in your life? I do feel that my possibilities are endless. And isn't that a great way to feel and be, Antonika? Isn't that a great way? Well, let us continue as others are thinking of more joy. Yes, Diane. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's keep going and let's see what else we're going to get out of this master class this evening. So let's talk about ascending to the throne of your well being, because just with those shifts in the breath, that's exactly what we were doing. We were ascending to the throne of our well being. That is so important. So I want you to sit like the king or the queen that you are. Sit up, breathe, feel the expansion. If you were royalty, how might you carry yourself? And the world would know that you were royalty just by the way you walked into the room, would they not? Queen Elizabeth does not have to wear a t shirt that says, I am the queen. By her very countenance, the way she carries herself, you can always tell who the royalty in the room is, and not like royalty like narcissistic snobbery, but royalty by their elegance and grace. Your eye is just drawn to them. And that is a possibility to be the royalty in your own life. How would royalty do this? How would royalty be with their money, their food, their family, their friends, their finances? How would they treat themselves? Let's get it, y'all. Let's get this. So, listen, this is my dad, my king, my first king. And I want to tell you a little bit about a beautiful practice called Qigong, similar to Tai Chi, but this is the slower, more therapeutic aspect. So we began studying Qigong together in 2008. It was to be the last year of his life. He passed away in '09. We had been on a long journey with various cancers for 15 years. An athlete in his youth, he wanted to stay physically active even while his physical strength was declining. I had just had foot surgery and weight bearing was not an option. So Qigong was the perfect choice for father and daughter. So I'm going to have you all get your chi balls on. We're going to bring the energy up this evening. Go ahead. Clap your hands together and rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. Go ahead and rub your hands together. Hang on in there. Hang on in there. We're going to be out of here before 8 o'clock. I hope you're feeling me. Hope you're beginning to get some energy, something out of this. Slowly let your hands come apart. Let your hands come apart. And you might notice something like almost like you feel something between your hands. Well, what you're sensing and what you're feeling, and no judgment if you're not, doesn't mean that it's not there. You're just not aware of it yet. But for those of you that are sensing and feeling maybe a sense of heat, a sense of energy between your hands, this is your electromagnetic field. This is the energy field that's always available. Now go ahead and turn your palms to you. In Qigong, we call this discovering our Qi, and just run them over your head and notice what you feel even as you bring them down around your neck, your arms, and your head. Go ahead and brush down one arm and brush down the other arm. Beautiful. Shake that out and drop in the chat if you noticed anything, if you felt anything. Do you feel your energy shifting? Are you more aware? Did you feel a sense of energy between your hands? Drop it in your chat. Either or even if you didn't, go ahead and drop that in the chat. Diane said, yep, she felt some energy. Absolutely. Beautiful. Felt the vibes. Carolina, Marianne, a sense of focus. Absolutely. These are some of the tools, you all, that if we're able to continue our journeys together beyond this master class, that you will begin to be able to have these tools and these strategies for yourself, for your own self care. And Tanika's feeling focused. Chris, yes, had a sense that feeling as well. So let's keep going. So, beginning a Qigong practice, we correct our posture. That was ascending to the throne of our own well being. We corrected our breath. We did that breathing with extending the exhalation. And now we're stepping into correcting our mind, the hardest thing of all to correct. So, part of self care practice is the study or the learning of contemplative movement. And this is separate from exercise. So, this is the way that we move our bodies in a way that allows us to embody our purpose in life and also to increase our energy as well. So write that in your notes. Qigong, write that in your notes. Breath work, these are the fundamental tools of self care. All right. And these are things you want to begin to pursue and study outside of this master class. And of course, mindset. So now listen, a link to my 15-minute organ cleansing Qigong video will be offered to you shortly. So I want you to stay tuned. Our moderator is going to allow you to get the link to the organ cleansing qigong video. So how many of you would like that? You would like to have a chance to practice and perhaps bring this contemplative, evidence-based movement practice into your life. And then, you could do qigong with Dr. Carol every morning along with your prayer, along with your meditation. I promise you it'll transform and change your life. So that is going to be dropped into a poll for you, and you could go ahead and grab that link. So stay tuned and hang in here to the end. Lots of goodies here for you. Lots of goodies. So, one, the breath, the evidence is in. So, I had you write that down already. The evidence is in. Learning how to use our breath is a foundational key to happiness, health, and well being. You all just experience that and notice that for yourself. Learn an easy approach to apply to help you pivot. Meditation simply means to be in a state of relaxed awareness, and there are many ways to achieve a state of relaxed awareness. So, right now, we just did that calming breath with the count 4 counts in, 5 counts out. Calming breath. So, write that down calming breath. So, you just learned one powerful way calming breath. So, there are three major forms of meditation: concentrative, mindful, and expressive. This evening, we've been working with concentrative and mindful meditation. And again, if you and I get a chance to work together, and I hope we will, you'll find out about each of these in depth. All right, so we have soft belly breathing, 3-part breathing, and chaotic breathing. So write these down, screenshot this. And again, each of these approaches to breathing can help us lose weight. Yes, those of you that might want to know the secret sauce to losing weight, it has to do with our ability to balance our autonomic nervous system, part of our central nervous system, that is in part mediated by the breath, the part of the breath that you can control. So take a screenshot of this. Again, if we have time to, or if you all choose, you might want to spend some time working with me in addition. And you might be wondering, well, how can we work? How can I work with you? And again, hang out here to the end. The moderator and I are going to give you a way so you can stay connected. And we're going to invite you at no cost to you to a very special program on April 24th. So write that date now, Sunday, April 24th. Stay to the end so you can get your invitation to a complimentary program on April 24th, where you'll be learning some of these techniques. All right. So, a great reason to learn how to meditate is that we learn to recognize and see the love when and where it is coming and let go of our attachment to where the love is not coming from. How many of you have ever been in that wrongful relationship and you keep trying to love that person, or you're loving that person, you're loving that person, and that love is not reciprocated and that love is not returned, and suddenly years have gone by and you're still in the wrong relationship, as opposed to be, and in the meantime, by being in the wrong one, you block the right one from being able to come into your life. How many of you, raise your hand, drop it in the chat, have found yourself in that situation? So listen, so now we skipping right past that, right? Number two, move, opening your day. Yes, I don't wait too long because life is too short. Yes, Carolina, that's a good approach. So at the beginning of your day, so two keys for self care: the breath, and the second is moving. Second is moving. And we did the little intro to Qigong. And again, DM is going to drop a link for you to go ahead and grab that 15-minute organ cleansing Qigong sequence for those of you that are interested in that. Do you know that feelings of gratitude actually help our bodies and brains release healing peptides and neurotransmitters that help us to be well in mind, body, and spirit? From a very early age, I had the sense that I could speak to God through movement, but more importantly, God speaks to me when I move. So, sometimes, it's like that wonderful saying, well, if you want to pray, move your feet. Prayer is action. Prayer is activity. Prayer is embodiment. So at the beginning of your day, move. And do you know that if you move at the beginning of your day, for those again that want to prime the pump for weight release, the best time to help your body and brain reset its metabolic clock is in the morning. You get it revved up in the morning, guess what? It is more efficient all day long. All right? All day long. All right. Here we go. So, and again, so this is moving, shaking yourself up, letting yourself go. So, right now, just where you are, I know you got some kinks and whatnot. Let's just see everybody just bounce your shoulders up and down. Let it go. Shake your head. Shake your back. Get rid of what the boss said. Get rid of what the child said. Get rid of what all of it. Free yourself. So let's stretch your arms out. Let's take a great big stretch. Movement is so important. Movement is so important. So let's understand that also your core values. Number three. Number three. So here is a little homework for you, and I want you to screenshot this. Choose a time in your younger life when you faced a turning point or a crisis. Write a letter to that younger self, guiding them from your best and highest self today. What would you want that younger self to know? So I want you to screenshot this. This is an assignment. From your best and highest self today, what would you want your younger self to know? All right. All right. Number four, deciding your top five core values. Write down five things that make you feel happiest, five things that make you feel safe, and five things that make you feel loved. Screenshot this. So at the end of this, you're going to have a list of 15 things. Five things that make you feel happiest, five things that make you feel safe, and five things that make you feel loved. That's homework number two. Homework number two. So you see, I'm giving you some actionable steps, things that you could do over the next few days. And I suggest do one a day that's going to help you pivot in the present. One, you're going to breathe. You could do that calming breath. Two, you're going to move just 5, 6, 7 minutes in the morning. Gentle movement, Qigong movement. You can move with the Qigong flow. That'll be about 15 minutes, but you're going to move. Number three, what's number three? You're going to write that letter from yourself now to your younger self. And now, number four, you're going to write your 15 core values, right? So, number five, daily. So, this is going to leave you with a week's worth of things to do. You can add one each day, right? So, daily top priorities with you on your list on a daily basis. Although I hope that you'll do the breathing and moving every day. So, when you get to day three, I don't want you to stop the breathing and the movement. I want the breath work and the movement work to be the continuum. Day three, I want you to add that letter to your younger self. Day four, I want you to add your 15 core values. Now, day five, I want you to add your daily top priorities with you on your list on a daily basis. So every day you got to put the big rocks in the jar first. So it is from this place of relaxed awareness that we make our best decisions. We gain mental clarity, our bodies are able to heal, and we are able to recognize and tap into our own superpowers, develop them, and enhance them. So when you make your to-do list, you put your name there. Put me there, whatever it is. But so many of us make our to-do list and there's no me in there. There's no us in there. Everybody else, the job and all the things we got to do for the job, all like that. You need to literally write your name there as being on you. I'm going to do me. Put in, number 7, Carol, I'm going to do me. All right. Number 6, decide your priorities based on your core values. Now, remember, you would have done this list a couple of days ago. So I'm inviting you again to imagine that you're royalty. How would you sit if you were a king or a queen? Would you look elegant, regal, serene, intelligent? Our postures in meditation help our body and brain to optimize our own physiology. So I want you to begin to put it all together. So one of my core values is to have excellent health, to age in reverse, to treat my body like my body matters, to nourish it, to keep it hydrated, to love it. That's a part, how I treat my body is one of my core values because I want this body to be living its best life when it's 90 years old. Now, I know, we are designed as humans to age, but I want to age in a healthy body. And I know the body will do what it needs to do as it declines and goes towards its natural end. And I want it to be as excellent and as optimized as possible on my way to that glorious day. All right. So that's one of my core values. Number 7, clearing the space or closing your day. Now, as we're coming to the end of this masterclass, we're also coming to the end of our day, and it is time to prepare for bedtime. And bedtime in my space is a very, very, very special time. Go ahead and screenshot this. And I know so many of you right now out there, you're struggling with insomnia. How many of you are struggling with not sleeping well, or you wake up and you don't wake up refreshed, you wake up tired? I want you to understand that a good night's sleep starts the moment you wake up in the day. So, all of these steps up to this point, especially the breath work and the movement work, lead to your body's ability to release and let go, renew and restore while you sleep. When we sleep, the brain goes into restoration mode, goes into a type of cleansing mode, and we release a fluid called a glymph fluid, GLYMPH, glymph fluid. And this happens while we're sleeping. So while we're sleeping, the body's going into a very restorative mode. Our memories that we've made during the day go from short term into the alchemy of long term. The memories, the stories start to get anchored. So sleep is a very, very precious time, and it starts the moment we wake up. So remember, I said in that self-care, you're going to begin your day with breath and contemplative movement, your meditation and your prayer. That's the beginning of a healthy, deep, and peaceful sleep. Part of the secret sauce in self care also has to do with sleep and the quality of your sleep and rest. So, clear the space and closing the day. Do you know that there are even some wisdom teachings that suggest that in between the in breath and the out breath, there is a pause, and it is there at that pause where we meet God. So go ahead. Let's take that deep cleansing breath in. Let the arms float up. Cross the arms over the chest. Let the arms come as if you're giving a little hug to yourself, embracing all of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as we begin to wrap up and close our webinar, our masterclass together, we are also signaling the close of this day and the close of our time together in this new wonderful community that we formed tonight, this evening. So now listen, you all. I would love to keep this going. How many of you would like to keep this going? How many of you would like to join DM and I a little bit later in April? Now, I promised you, so you're welcome, Carolina. I promised you that on Sunday, April 24th, I would invite you at no cost to you to a special, it's a private event. It's not going to be, here, like open but it'll be by invitation. And it'll be 1 o'clock Sunday, the 24th, visa the Zoom, the magic of Zoom. You'll get the invitation, but you have to do something for me. You have to email me at info at Dr. Carol Penn. Info at Dr. Carol Penn. Info at Dr. Carol Penn. Yes, Antonika, I'm so glad you'd like to attend. I can't wait to meet you, Antonika. If you think this was fun, wait till you're there. So, yes, yes, yes. Info and get in action right now. So, by the time this webinar is over, I want to see these emails coming in. So, don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till I say the end. Don't wait till good night. That's info at Dr. Carol Penn. And on the subject line, put April 24th, just April 24th, and I will know. And you will get at Zoom invitation, a link, Zoom link invitation to join us on April 24th, Sunday, April 24th at 1 o'clock. If you would like to have that experience, you think this was fun, you want more, this is part of, I have a monthly membership program, but you're going to get invited to our next gathering at no cost to you to join in on Sunday, April 24th, and just put that in the subject line when you email me. So don't wait, get in action, be in momentum, get this done now, because as soon as I say good night, all your good intentions, and it's not going to happen tomorrow. So tonight, April 24th, get the invitation so you can continue your self-care journey. You continue to learn about Pivoting in the Present. At the end of that class, on the 24th, you will learn about my ongoing monthly membership program where you can be in that beautiful community of like minded people and really begin to blossom and grow when and where and how you are planted walking in your purpose. Do we need to put a message or just put the date? You could just put the date in the subject line. And if you want to put me a little love note in there, I welcome a love note from you, Antonika. Yes. So Caroline is saying she already sent her email. I'm looking forward to meeting you both, Carolina and Antonika. All right, got it. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And so again, here, Mindset Mastery Waitlist is the name of the program. And this is where you're going to master your mindset and optimize your health, happiness, and freedom. There is a cost to the monthly program. However, you're not going to get any bills. You're not going to get any invoices. This is for you to come and enjoy and experience what it's like to continue in community in this incredible monthly program. So our next live session is April 24th at 1 p.m. All right, you all, listen. It sounds like you enjoyed tonight. I certainly enjoyed tonight. There's my marvelous why, my wonderful husband. So, yes, there is happiness. You can find it even in your late 50s. And there are the beautiful boys. We each bring one gorgeous son to our beautiful blended family. And there's my just the indomitable spirit of my mom. My mom is 98 years old in that picture. And at the end of that year, my mom did transition. Well, she died January of 2021. So, whew, my goodness, we just passed the 1 year anniversary of her transition, but she is alive in me. She is alive in all of you. This spirit, this energy, this life force. It is because of my angels and our ancestors that I am able to be here tonight, living in my dreams, walking my purpose in the marriage and then the right relationship that the God of my understanding has planted for me, has allowed for me to see that fruition and harvest. Namaste, Carolina. I'm hoping to see all of you on the 24th. And I am, yes, you're welcome, Mary Ann. You are welcome. And I hope that you will choose to have more moments of peace and that you will learn to be able to give yourself a few moments of peace. Yes, 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 yes. Don't forget, this is the way, this is your next step. This is the next step I see for all of you. So listen, send that email to info@drcarolpenn.com with April 24th in the subject. And that's all you really need to say. And we're going to, DM and I will do a quick little response to all the emails so you know that we're connected. And again, looking forward to. And if you want to put a cell phone in there, I can send you a little video clip. All of the above. Thank you. You all were fabulous. You all were marvelous. And I can't wait for you to pivot in the present. I hope you enjoy these 7 actionable steps. And I'm looking for your next. And I see your next with me. Good night. Namaste. So wonderful to meet all of you, all of you, all of you. Oh, you're welcome, Antonika. And again, I truly appreciate you. Oh, I can't talk anymore. Appreciate all your time. Good night, you all. See you on April 24th. Enjoy Meditation in a Time of Madness, your complimentary